Okay, so for the action one, create a particle of momentum one. So we use the creation operator here, the AG A sub K. We have the AK dagger from our equations. So we apply E1 dagger to the vacuum. So we have the this is the creation operator uh, act on the zero particle here. So the result is one particle with the momentum one. So a result here, a ripple appears in the field at position X. And create another particle, momentum two. So we use the creation operator again, but for the second momentum. So uh, we apply the creation operator here. So on one particle with momentum one. So we have the result here, the creation of one particle with momentum one particle with momentum two. So we have the result here. There are two ripples waves in the field. Now, action three, destroy a particle of momentum one. Now we use the annihilation operator here. So we apply the E1 to the field. So apply the annihilation operator E1 on one particle with momentum one and one particle with momentum two. So we have the result here. There is no zero particle with momentum one and one particle with momentum two. So the result here, the first particle disappears. The energy is subtracted from the field. We are left with just one fast particle. The way for the action four, destroy a particle that does not exist. So this is the weird part of the quantum mechanics. So uh, we apply the annihilation operator to our current state, which currently has no M2 particles. So acting on zero particle of momentum one and one particle with momentum two here. So we have the result here because the momentum M2 particle does exist. It gets destroyed. The field goes back to empty vacuum zero. So we have the note here, the e to the ikx and e to the negative ikx parts of your equations are simply the waves and this creation destruction operator put into the field. They look like standard sine cosine waves oscillating through space. We have a summary here. So your equation is the mathematical blueprint for the universe. It says if you take empty space, add up infinite wave patterns, and use the operator to create or destroy ripples in those patterns, you get everything from electrons to light bulbs to galaxies. So it provides the mathematical justification that the empty space is actually uh, completely filled with undulating quantum fields. So we have the quantum scalar fields fluctuation of simulator here. So we have to decrease and increase the time here. So as the time increases here, so we have the scalar field fluctuations. We have the vacuum realization seeds here. So we have the fluctuations, vacuum realizations here. So scalar field fluctuations. So the uh, visualizing the quantum vacuum. So unlike classical physics, where a vacuum is completely empty, the simulation shows a vacuum, quantum vacuum. It represents the lowest possible energy state of a field, which is not flat but dynamically boiling due to 0 point fluctuations. Constant temporary changes in energy. The 3D plot visualizes this instantaneous ripples. Then for the number two, stochastic initial conditions. The random seed, the initial shape of the rippling surface is determined by random seed. Mathematically, the simulation uses the creation and annihilation operator to define probability distribution. By generating random numbers for the wave amplitudes, the simulation draws one specific snapshot out of infinite possible vacuum states. Then for number three here, uh, the superposition and interference. The surface is not a single wave, but a linear superposition of many individual plane waves. So determined by a number of modes of parameter. So we have peaks and valleys here occur where these waves constructively or destructively interfere with each other. Because the mass is linear, the waves pass through each other perfectly without scattering. Then for the time evolution and dispersion, so moving the time sliders shows these waves evolving. The simulation assumes a massless field, which means the frequency, the omega sub k here is directly proportional to the spatial frequency momentum. Following the equation, omega sub k is equal to the absolute value of k. This means all waves propagate at a constant speed, the speed of light. So shorter wavelengths create less jittery microstructures, while longer wavelengths create larger, slower swelling waves. So in short, the simulation usually represent a quantum vacuum as a chaotic, randomly generated surface of interfering waves that evolve over time, where shorter waves move faster than longer ones.